So Matt, we talk about a lot of different topics as it relates to sales, organizations, and culture. One of the hot topics right now is sales culture. Do you mind expanding and tell me a little bit more? What is that, and what exactly our company is expecting and looking for?
Sure. Yeah. I guess there's culture and then there's sales culture, and I like to compartmentalize the two. A lot of the owners that we work with are small to mid-sized businesses, anywhere between 5 employees to 50 employees. And one of the things that they're challenged by is that they're trying to develop a company culture. But then they go and hire a sales professional who transparently, oftentimes they look, they act, they talk differently than everybody else in the organization, especially depending upon what that organization does. And so, one of the things that we work with organizations on is, sure, you gotta have a company culture, and we try to hire towards that company culture, but you're also gonna have a position culture, right? So people are gonna be a specific way dependent upon the position on which they're operating within. And what we find is that organizations that try to hire based upon a catch-all, they're typically pretty frustrated with the sales results within the organization. So I guess my first recommendation is start by having a realistic understanding about what culture is and what cultures are like depending upon the department.
Sure, that's a great analysis and summary. But for our viewers, what's one thing that they can do when hiring their next sales professional?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that they can do is pay really attention to the type of sales environment in which they're in. There's different types of categories of sales professionals. You might have somebody that's in a longer sales cycle, that's more elaborate, that requires someone to be far more organized and detail-oriented, and it's a more complex selling environment. Oftentimes we call that enterprise selling. Other times it's more of a transactional-based, shorter sales cycle. And then there might be a different version of that, which might be more account-based, which is, hey, we already have the clients. We don't have to necessarily go out and prospect. We just need to farm for existing opportunities within our client base. So we find that there are different personality types, different strengths that we look for depending upon the type of sales that company does and that organization does. And just making sure that you're paying attention to the nuances of that and not just saying, oh, I need to hire a salesperson, because there are different gradients of what a salesperson is. Does that make sense?
Absolutely does, Matt. Thanks for your time on that. We appreciate you summarizing what sales culture is and what are some ideas for hiring your next sales professional.
You bet. Thanks, Mitch.